Moin Moin, welcome to another of my World of Tanks videos, and I got a new toy, and I'm quite happy with it. This is the Object 260, so I finally finished the first group of campaign missions, or let's say finished it enough to get the 260, and you might remember my video on how to do campaign missions and keep sanity, and that's basically what I did. So I didn't play too much, well, constantly, but not too many battles at a time. And followed exactly the same approach that I mentioned in that video. I hope I'll get it linked somewhere here. And yeah, it helped me. So I sum up like how did I actually get it finished? Because doing missions, well, I didn't do all the missions. So if I wouldn't have done it different, it might have taken even longer. So let's see, what did I do? Let's take a look at the campaigns. And let's take a look at my progress. So if we look at the 55A missions, the first thing you might notice, this one is just done by campaign orders. I did all the RT missions till here, but this one I didn't do. I think I just liked the high tier RT because I would have to complete it with honors. You see, I managed top experience and a lot of assistance, but also 3k damage. Top experience and a lot of damage and a lot of stun damage. It's just on a one battle. It just means I don't think my tier 8 arties cut it. Maybe the M40, but wasn't there. So I could have gone progress by just grinding higher tier arties. I was working on that, but I didn't reach the tier 9s yet. What else can we notice? Okay, so SPGs not completed. Tank destroyers not completed. Really stuck on this 5 times HP one. Medium tanks, not completed. I only got this with orders. Lights, that was, in my opinion, the easiest one. Long completed. And the game changer was heavy tanks. I had the medium tank missions. I have it for quite a while, but it's 3.5k damage just to tank destroyers. You need a lot of tank destroyer HP. My best bet would probably be ground battles, where I was close once with a batchet. So that would be worth a try. But the game changer was that a while ago the E75 actually gave me, oh no, sorry, not this one, also not this one. Yes, gave me this one. Block damage exceeding 3 times the HP and do 3k damage. So the E75 with the new buffs gave me this. And all these preparations, because I was really careful with my campaign orders, so I made certain that when I complete, I just had one completed, right? And I made certain when I complete any more, I'll have the orders because I was careful with them to unlock the tank, and even doing the RT missions for the 55A would have given me enough orders. Anyway, so that's it. What missions did I have? Well, basically, I played some high tier mediums whenever I was bothered, and I played some high tier heavy tanks. Because 14k combined is a lot. And what do you do? Well, yeah, as I said, high tier heavy tanks. So one tank that I actually played is the Panzerkampfwagen VII. And now, this is a tragic tank, in my personal opinion. So I was actually wondering if I should just grind it to the ace, because I like to ace my tanks, and then, yeah, get rid of it. But I put it into the rotation because it's a high tier super heavy that might bounce a lot of damage. And that is an opportunity that might help me completing the mission. And that's exactly what happened. But let me quickly explain why I think that this tank is tragic. And for that I opened tanks.gg because those guys have awesome models. So if you look at that tank, what is it made for? Well, side scraping, rear mounted turret, big, slow, well armored German heavy tank. Perfect. That should work well, right? Right? So let's look at the armor layout. And you see an issue there. It's this. That is about 180 to 240 millimeters of effective armor when you side scrape. So that's easily penable for everybody. I have now the 258 millimeters penetration from its standard shells. With gold, yeah, good luck. Also, front plate looks bad. So this is a side scraper that exposes a giant weak spot when it side scrapes. So what else could we do? How about we come angled around the corner and hide the weak spot? So let's turn the tank a bit. I think we can get away with something like that. But then it's still 280 millimeters effective. So that might bounce some of your own standard shells, but tier 10 tanks starting gold at you, yeah, good luck. So this is a side scraping tank that can't properly side scrape, and if it tries to go the other way round of corners, it's still useless. Like it's still not working against tier 10s. So this is why I personally think that this tank is pretty tragic. But apparently that didn't stop it from helping me. So let's take a look at the actual battle. On Sand River, we're moved to the only reachable corridor-like position that I could imagine. And I finally reached a reasonable brawling position after stopping a bit to trying to find reasonable shots at the guys flanking. Good shot and nice hit on the griller. Important. One of the most dangerous tanks for me here in this battle. Can you already see a problem? Yeah, there is a lot of enemy tanks on that flank. And that might turn out to be an issue. In the meantime, I'm trying to find shots here. That's basically alright, right? Hiding the weak spot. Look around the corners. See what you can do. I'm moving rather far forward because I'm really concerned that those guys get flanking shots on me. And to encourage the people in front of me, but then I lack a bit of vision. So far not too shabby. Tanks appearing on my flank, so I'm pulling back. Very nice of this I-7 to give me the lower plate. In the meantime, those guys have almost completely flanked me. So I'm really concerned with hiding here in that corner. So after a while, this looks more and more dire, and there are more and more tanks that could shoot me from there. In the meantime, there are some guys from our team who actually push around the other flank. And I said, well, it's better to get shot from the front than getting shot from the back. So and maybe I'll be a distraction for those guys and release some pressure. I mean, battle looks shit, but might still be a chance. So I'm just looking for a spot where nobody can hit me in the back. Just set out in the open. Because, hey, it isn't great armor against tier 10s, but it might work against tier 8s. And about at this time, I'm like, wait a moment, what's that? That's 6k, 8k. That's almost 10k. Cool. I might be up for something. So I'm just happy sitting here getting shot. I'm concerned about the ISU. That's happy firing gold in my direction, but then if I would be in a tier 8 TD trying to pen a tier 10 from the front with the small gun on the ISU, yeah. Still looking at the numbers. What's that? That's 9.2k. 11.8k. I have 2,500 hit points, so that would be more than 14k combined, would it? So, at this point, if I die, I have complete my mission, and I'm like, woohoo! Woohoo! And yeah, battle is going to shit. I mean, WZ tries to help me. I'm going down. Those guys are all on low health. Those guys are all on low health. This WZ is completely in the crossfire and doomed. But that's the beauty of personal campaign missions, isn't it? Sometimes a shit battle is just the one you need. Yeah, I mean, the armor of the tank is a bit tragic, but hey, if you have tier 8 shooting at you, even bad armor might work from time to time, because I could just face the lower plate straight at them, and hitting the weak spot on that distance is a bit hard. So, woohoo! Mission complete. So, let's quickly summarize. What helped me to get this beauty? In addition to the stuff I told you in the other video. Also play the tank classes you don't really like. Without those two first sets of RT missions completed, I probably would be a long distance away from getting the 260. And I wasn't too far off, I think, from completing the one of the 15th mission of the third RT set, which would have also unlocked this tank. And plan your orders. Like when you're getting close, don't waste orders on single missions unless you really have one spare. For me, the math was simple. I just had 12 orders as soon as I would complete any mission, so I didn't want to spend it on single missions like the tough TD one, because every 15 mission would give me the tank. And just have in mind which ones you might complete, and just yeah, do a quick check before you spend them too early. And then keep creating chances. Um, put the fitting tanks into battles into your daily rotation, and maybe you're lucky. And even though it's a shit battle, you just have the luck that many tier 8 and 9 tanks start to shoot your super heavy who has a tragic armor layout. But that actually works if it's getting shot from the front by lower tier tanks. So I hope that gives you an idea, and I'll see you around.